Alright, hi. Covering Adam's A plus government. We did files 1 through 50, A through K, and then we started on the second case, files A through 136. Sorry, A1 through A36. And now we're working on file B, which should be case number 3. So we have USN Diplomatic Diploma GMC Chaplain tested birth certificate. Love You Balloon Creations Hub. So we have Unitar Diplomacy, Reconciliation API, UN API Open Sanction Org Reconciliation. Um, see how many we can use this. Unitar 10th edition Executive Diploma Diplomatic Practices, and that rose in price at $8,000 for a UN Diplomacy Executive. And then we have Army Fingerprinting Publishing Index for African Nation and other companies with birth certificates. So it shows preparation fingerprint, recording fingerprint instructions, special fingerprint identification systems, and then Army Publishing Directory over here, more applicant fingerprint cards. We have books from the United Nations Library, and they come in different languages. We have data open sanctions. I'm not sure what that is about, but we'll skip that one. Let's see what the final CDT is. Executive Diploma, Diplomatic Practices, and then full catalog of Unitar. There's 10,016 UN diplomacy, law treaties, cross-country communications, Unitar master degree in lifelong learning. Um, List senior officers for the UN, and then we'll scroll through that. Has title year numbers. So there's that. We have an OECD Marco Records. This is the OECD Library, Mark Records, Content Books. Um, Open sanction data selection shows maritime regulatory watch, warrant criminals, debar companies, individuals known in your business, maritime related sanctions, regulatory sanctions, securities, reconciliation, service API. Let's see, is the program, total contents, editors, and then it shows request, suggest, ending service, preview services, data matching, web history, API, VIS, target simple, UN, global journals and books, UNDOI, special zip file, Unitar multilateral diplomacy, UN nations heads, shows the heads of government and Ministry of Foreign Affairs is 56 pages. Full title, countries, head of states, head of government ministries, deployment permits, um, UN OPI Open Sanctions Org workshop effective writing multilateral diplomacy $1,000 2-day duration Geneva Switzerland, and then we'll go to file B2 deaf and sign language applications. We have federal communication accessibility. 21, like first century, the 711 telecommunication accessible advanced communication service equipment, communication video game, emergency information television, internet browser, built-in multiple phones, TV set box controls, menu programs, audio descriptions, internet video programming, closed caption television requirements, wireless telephones, internet protocol relay, IP caption telephone services, registered CTS for National Deaf and Blind Equipment Distribution, real time accessible communication, dispute assistance communication, speech relay, access to people with disability telecommunication relay service, text 911 when you need to know, video relay services. So we have FIPS, we have total organization, legislative branch, government printing, congressional budget office, 69 pages of executive codes, code organizations for the executive departments, and we see, and then we'll go to FIPS 1885. There's 3 copies of that. Federal Processing Standard Publication 185, U.S. Department Commercial National Institute Standard Technology, escrowed encryption standards, and this is 8 pages. Federal Information Processing Standards and escrowed encrypted standards. We have analysis of lands, guideline analytical local area network security, goes into introduction, threats, vulnerability, service mechanisms, risk management, and LA security policy, personal computer consideration, contingency plan of lands, training and awareness. So, gesture real time sign language is a application for your phones, Tablet Pro, multi swipe, sign language. Google Lens is an image recognition technology developed for the deaf Indian Sign Language. Here's a book on Indian Sign Language, and we have zip file. We have more sign language books, sign language app model. This is show me an object representation for sign language app, and it shows different languages, popular existing sign language, ASPL, Link, Lando, Hand Talk, ASL, other apps, putting it together, future reconciliation, sign language, language translator, sign AI, and sign text, smart translator, sign language into clear text instantly. So, also, if you mix the sign AI with Google Lens, that's kind of where it got with my AI idea here. So we'll go back to B3 now, bituminous pavement. All right. This is for your local townships and the construction equipment filed in File 1 in the independent schools, but you can do these kind of syllabuses, GS syllabuses, so each file has its disc. The syllabus is either an Army X-line idea or standard proposal. We go over bituminous pavement, federal highway, bridge, operators, bridge inspection, maintenance, excavations, Navy operator, and basic. Basically, I've read like 1,400, 1,500 books, and these are different, like a grader, loader, manual roller cap, paging machine, and then these hold the manuals on how to make them. This is the engineering construction course, correspondence, consistence, and then we have, see if this one shows up. Let's open it up. Does it want to open up? Give me a second. Okay, asphalt plant supervisor operations, and then so these are these are in career development. We'll close all those. We have business payments. It shows integrated lesson times, answer sheets, rolling out operations plans. So if you go to integrated publishing, you'll find a whole coursework on Bituminous payments here on the left. These are clickable links, and then we also have Bituminous Payment Edition, API D, Federal Highway Bridge Inspection, Highway Bridge Grant, U.S. Army Engineering Flexible Pavement Courses. Also, we'll open this up. So we have flexible pavement structures for your town pavements to teach people how to do with bituminous lower pavement tracking machines, excavations, Florida Department Highway brake, equipment operator basic. That's all you need for a bituminous pavement, cleaning for building roads and keeping your towns uh, pavements up together. And then we'll go to B4, the IBEW League. Um, so you have your lineman, cableman, like telephone cables, Navy Electronic Training Series. I've read all these. These are all, you can find the readings on my webpage, charterconductor.com. We have Navy Electrician Mate, some videos on that. Military Handbook 1004, UFC Electronic Engineering, and so this is the International Brotherhood. This is for the International Brotherhood Electricians and Workers, Electronic Zip, DoD Electrical Safety, Basic Electronics. There's probably more. I have more books. Or we have FAID, Federal B5, Federal Aviation Administration ideas. We have Department of Homeland National Integrated Public Planning certification, NIP 2013, Department of Homeland Security Transportation Sector Specific Planning. So we have some Department of Homeland stuff. We have DoD Transportation Program. Then we'll go through whichever. So here's a Federal Register on Department of Transportation Security Administration, Rail Transportation, also regulatory. So we have 2013. There's railroad. Sorry, I did a couple tapes on this application. Public conveyancing necessity for foreign air carrier permits, and this one is Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and then we have Handbook of Homeland Security, which is 848 pages. I ain't read it yet. Advisory Circular Certification Operation Amateur Built Aircrafts, Aviation Data Bus Assurance, Army Directive Management Printing Copy, Afghanistan National Directory. Where does it say? This is pretty much blotted out. There's 10 pages. It's secret info. It's been blotted out. But this shows the Afghanistan National Directory Secretary comments containing replies to Snowflake, no dispute, authorized with front office approval. Afghanistan Director of National Security. This was attached in data revision 12/13/2004. AFIN, U.S. Air Force Mishap Prevention Program. Participation military or civil aircraft accident safety investigation. We have, this one should be transmittal record. So we have in-flight issue log. This is a Department of Defense Form 791 with completion DA forms on the back. Call sign, aircraft number, type, command, issuers, tank number, tank type, pounds, totals, refuelers, And then we have Department of Defense, Investigation, Inspection, Inspector General, Manage Advisory, Internal Control Weakness, Global Combat Support System, Army, Army Enterprise System Integration, the FAA, Real Time Operating System Component Integration Consideration, Integrated Modular Avionics Systems Report. We have earned value management guides, and those are text files. Risk management handbook for U.S. Department of Federal Aviation Administration, and then addendum to that, the glider flying handbook, which I invented a glider. Federal Aviation Administration handbook, system management, approved for public list, release, distribution zone limited. Some more FAA, U.S. Department National Aerospace System Communication Security Protocols and Mechanisms, Federal Register, TES, check Federal Register number, date, docket number, application certificate, public correspondence blank. I couldn't read my handwriting. Foreign air carrier on document DOT OST 2013-098. Members Internal Interior Air Transportation Association System. We have FIPS. We have a digital signature standards, computer security. Then we have more FIPS. Standard security label for information transfer. More NIST, any authentication, public key, cryptography. Um, see if that. Let's see what this one produces. Aviation Source Approval for Management Handbook. This is the Joint Aeronautical Commanders Group, and that is approved for public release, distribution unlimited. We have Standard Form 8513, questioning your non-sensitive positions. Standard Form 85. Well, give it a second. This one should be public questionnaire, and then we'll try this one. We have a U.S. Navy Corps Current of Aviation Management Ratings, and the bottom, the U.S. Navy Aviation Mechanics, and then we'll go to B6, the Jaws of Life, and we have the Army Property. My idea behind that is lessen insurance for tractor trailers that want to have uh, a copy of this one goes back to aviation public questionnaire for public trust, and we'll resuming. We're on file B6, Jaws of Life, tractor trailers, uh, landfill. This one goes over Florida Administration Communication for landfills. So this goes over rules and regulation for landfills. We have, they should be labeled in this one. Solid waste, for what to do with solid waste in your city. These are these are for Fort Someplace. This is why all the files are for Fort Someplace. We have org, ANC, solid treatment facilities, hazardous waste, working on emergency response commissions, and that's my goal here. Cleanup taxes, credit rules, petro, contact water, used oil management, solid waste, brownfields, cleanup criteria. So there's 40 different files on the Florida administration codes, which could be universal in some matters and to other towns. We have big city riots. We have Coast Guard Public Affairs, Coast Guard Transportation Freight, Homeland Regulations, Judge Advocate Legal Services, Executive Correspondence Handbook, a Training Operator, Operation Understanding Emergency Assistance Compact EMAC. Let's go to, we'll find this one out. Handbook of Homeland Security, Adam for President. I go over balloon creations, New York City, big city riots, let's go read big city riots real quick, and then big city riots. We'll put down library proposal. Big city riots, petition stamp balloons indicate underage sex, co-ed sex, non-rape rape petitions, march governing bills, hours are read across coastal guard, city evacuation, DA form pamphlets almost dropped from the sky, numbering 2751, criminal witness, criminal activity witness, MRE policy, police, barricades, horse-cades, DOD active treason, or to get military departments of Treasury because of a relapsed Department of Justice, considering consumer product safety commission, department, money department, American General and Service, National Transportation Safety Bureaus, Chemical Safety Board, drugs, reinforcement additions, all big city riots, anytime big city riots. So we have DOD form. Let's look at 2701. Yeah, these would be the pamphlets, initial information, victims of crimes and witnesses. We'll look at 1702. So we have these forms. Court martial, victims, witness of crimes and big city riots. Shows the process, legal process over there. We'll look at 290, and then we'll skip 291 through 1 through 4. Victim reporting preference statements. We have Department of Homeland Security. This one is Department of Homeland Security shows U.S. Naval Security Station, Nebraska Avenue, North Washington, D.C. This came out of the Civil Directory, Congressional Directory. We have Citizen Immigration Service, Civil Rights, Civil Liberties, Inspector General, General Counsel, Legislative Affairs, Military Advisor Office, Technology, Office of Policy, Federal Emergency Management Agency, Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. We have a video on Department of Homeland Security Acquisition. We have Department of Homeland Security A through Z. We have Emergency Management Institute, EMI standards with the courses, all hazard petitions, National Incident Management System, National Response Center, Response Framework Resources, these courses, independent studies, more on advanced professional services series, training officers, training managers, contact female contact list, and then we have tribal curriculum, integrated emergency management course. We have more EMI app tips, exercising simulation system. Stats document has been prepared, U.S. Department of Homeland, Federal Emergency for use by emergency EMI, tribal sectors, ESD is a completion information resource available for the communities, and we have a fault bin to dispatch program. Sorry, that one got missed out of place. That's for my programs. My railroad locomotives, ICS integrated ICS resource center, military REM, military ready to eat meals ready to eat, world national emergency management, management basic, Vanguard executive crisis leadership, instructor student learning, Pacific national preparedness. We have standard form 85-6 and question national security, standard improvement building design, tribal court regions. We also have victim witness assistant forms, application transitional conception, victim witness crime, court martial, victim witness crime, post-trial information, victim crime witness certification electronic concerning inmate status, victim election, post-trial, appellate rights notification, victim witness, prisoner status, annual report, victim witness is assistance, and that covers B8 big city riots. Now moving on to the B10 Red Cross. We have your combat lifesaver course. Adam's prayer. I take a New Testament adoption into the Son of Liberty of the Marine Corps Universal Book against the laws of war. Founding fathers of the country: Arlington, Joshua Branch, those around the world across the seven seas, the shore triple and the shores of Tripoli, the faith of the halls of Montezuma, stewardship of the Samaritan, standing against the laws of war, and carry out the heart of the Red Cross. I thought it's through the founding fathers I will take a new faith and adoption, my new universal book of laws against war, for it is my promise to the children we're not in bondage under the elements of world and mind, those that have not been yet to fight against the book of war. And then we have Adams Press. I read that. We have your CIP, volunteers, confidential information electoral prompt agreement, the code business ethics for the Red Cross, conduct, and these are for volunteers. We have a combat lifesaver course. We have the Department of Executive Specified Support to Scouting Organizations of the American Red Cross, and we have Gideon's Needle, poetry that I wrote, how to volunteer for the American Red Cross, become a volunteer, and then we have my own peace treaty, Red Cross volunteer JPEG, Red Cross handout. This is a Red Cross handout 1, 2, and then we have the volunteer handbook. Volunteer handbook is red there in the cones, which means VLC. American Red Cross Volunteer Handbook, reference guide for general information procedure, Red Cross. So let's move on to B11, Presidential Communication Executive Army Idea Excellent Program. We have Army Idea Excellent Program reading, which is an Army regulation, and then we'll go back to Army Fellowship, and that's read there. Some of those were untitled. I didn't name them. We have Presidential Transition Guidebook. We have the DoD President Support, Armed Program Status Officials. We have AR 15-1 Committee Management, Boards and Commissions, AR 19 White House Liaison Communications. We have DoD Directive Planning and what does it say? Director Planning, Transition of Public Appointees and Other Officials, White House Liaison Communications is in a PDF form. And then we have some other ones here. I think I've read these already, though. The other PDFs, we have Planning, Presidential Transition, Transitional Political Appointments, Other Officials. And then we have this one, Department of Defense Presidential Support Program, Pennsylvania Avenue Corporation. Alright, I drew locomotives, so we have my CAM production drawings, the Joint Railroad Conference Engineering, which is a trade show for railroads. We have me as an engineer, so that's part of my Pennsylvania Avenue videos. We have how to submit a project to the Pennsylvania Avenue. We have the Pennsylvania Avenue Vision and Concepts Information, Background Initiative, how to start a parade or make papers into